Hello friends, this is Ron Cohen on behalf of York County Action and the Conservative Christian Center. Perhaps you are not aware that we have one of the best United States congressmen in the entire country right here in Pennsylvania. It's my pleasure to introduce you and invite you to join us to honor Congressman Scott Perry at our breakfast, where we will give him the Statesman of the Year award and thank him for his outstanding work representing us in Washington. Now, if you've been paying any attention to Washington, we're still trying to drain the swamp, and it's not an easy job. Thank God we have people like Representative Scott Perry that's part of that select group that's working very hard. I would like to ask you to join me and other key leadership across this county in honoring Scott Perry and to listen to his keynote remarks on Saturday, September 30th at the Country Club of York starting at 8:30 a.m. Now you're going to want to hear what he's got to say. You've been hearing what the fake news says if you've been watching any of those other stations, and most of us are not happy with that, but you'll get it right from the horse's mouth with Representative Scott Perry. He's a straight shooter. And what he's going to tell us is going to be factual and I think very encouraging, because all we ever hear is the negative side of things. It's about time we hear somebody who's doing the job and going to give us a positive report. Would you agree with that? I hope you would. All right. Also, the breakfast is going to be a candidate forum where we're going to have all the major party candidates on the Pennsylvania November election ballot. And you're going to be able to listen to the remarks and help sift out which candidates are going to be the ones you want to represent us. I didn't know if you know it, but the online publication called the Conservative Review ranks Scott Perry as one of the top 25 voices of conservatism in America. That's pretty astounding. One of the top 25 in all of the United States. So we have a really good representative here in Pennsylvania. You're not going to want to miss hearing him. In last year's election, we conservatives, church-going Christians, provided the margin of victory in Pennsylvania. Hallelujah. Would you agree? It's about time we provided a margin of victory somewhere. And other battleground states. And we helped push Donald Trump over the top with 82% of us voting for him, despite the most one-sided news media coverage that I've ever heard. It certainly was the worst negative campaign I've ever seen in my life, and I've been around a few years. I think you would agree. So, if you could help us, we would love it if you could be a sponsor of the Honor Scott Perry Breakfast. That would be a great help to us at this time. We really need your financial support, and I know Representative Perry would love to have you there too, to hear his remarks and meet him. He's a very personable man. If you've never had a chance to meet him personally, I'm sure he'd love to shake your hand and meet you and answer any questions that you might have about what's going on up there in Washington. Well, I'm going to put a challenge out to you because we have great needs, and if you could meet it, I'm asking you to prayerfully consider it. We definitely would welcome a platinum sponsor, several of you. If you could give $1,000 or more, we would really welcome that. If you can't do that, could you be a gold sponsor at the $500 level? We need the money. If we're going to do what we do and help people like Representative Scott Perry and others who stand for our values, we've got to help them. I don't know if you realize what a campaign he's up against this year. He's got more hate voters out to get him, more people in the Democratic process that are determined to bring him down because of the values he stands for and represents with us. So, could you be a gold sponsor? Well, if you can't be either of those, we still have a silver sponsor. That's $250 level. And by the way, that would include 2 breakfast tickets. So that's a good thing, isn't it? You could come in, have breakfast, and we got $250. That's win-win all the way around. And then, of course, many people have agreed to be a bronze sponsor, and that's at the $100 level. Please help us. You know we're not phony baloney. We talk straight. Any of you that have been around us for the years that we've been in operation, that's 14 now here in York County, over 30 considering Lancaster County Action and all the other action groups we have. We're straight shooters. We don't say one thing out of one side of our mouth and do something else. So if I tell you we need the money, we need it, and we're going to use it for good purposes and to help people like Representative Scott Perry. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you today and to ask for your financial support. And I just want to tell you that all of us at York County Action and the Conservative Christian Center look forward to the presence of your company at the breakfast. Thank you so much.